Proverbs 2, verses 14 and 15 in the NLT. They take pleasure in doing wrong. They enjoy the twisted ways of evil. Their actions are crooked and their ways are wrong. Kohala Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rekahak Radash. Double honors to the elder apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well for teaching the word in truth and sincerity. Salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. To you I say shalom. And who are the they in those in those two verses? They and their. That's Esau, Edom, and the heathen nations. Mainly Esau, Edom. I'll read it again. They take pleasure in doing wrong, and they enjoy the twisted ways of evil. Their actions are crooked, and their ways are wrong. That's exactly how the wicked rule. That's exactly how these demons rule. Esau, Edom, is the devil that the Bible speak of. He is the master deceiver. Devil meaning deceiver. He is the master at deceiving and manipulation. And he takes great pride in forcing his way on others and have them, emulate his way of being. All his ways are crooked. There's no righteousness in them. And this is talking about your wicked elites, your top banking families. You have your average Edomite out here. They all twisted, but they try to, you see them trying to I guess blend in, go with the flow. They don't try to be too overt with their nonsense. Unless you run, what I'm saying, you run across a few, but you run across many. But this plan is from the wicked elites, the ones that gets legislation pushed. These are your lobbyists, small hats, the imposters. They have a wicked agenda, and it's basically to corrupt the whole world. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The world was given into the hands of the wicked. They have a period of time to rule, and they're trying to be the best at what they are. The wicked. They're trying to be the best at what they do, at who they are and what they do. The whole thing is the whole thing is to corrupt, the Israelites. Pretty much the whole world, but he's trying to corrupt the Israelites. He's trying to beat down the wicked, the Israelites. Their whole thing is, take their receipts on. Look at what these people do. Look how they behave. Look how they don't follow your law, statute, and commandments. See, they want their birthright back. But it ain't gonna happen, man. There was no room for repentance for you, man. There was no room for repentance for Esau. Esau is the wicked. He gave up his birthright. Now he was given the blessing of the sword, and he was a tiller of the ground. He was a hunter. He was a king. He was a cunning hunter. So that's exactly what he does, man. He's out here, pretty much hunting, and and there's a big deception going on within his hunt. So you don't see him hunting because he's blinded. He's blinded the people so bad, and have their minds, pretty much focused on things that's illusions and delusions. He have them focused on all these different there's so many different things out here that you could be focused on. So it kind of is like is a diversion, man. It's a distraction from what's really happening and what they're really planning on doing. A lot of people don't understand that they come in with this digital system. You know, about a month ago, I was down. I was in the South, and I was speaking to a couple of people. Their whole thing is just focused on the silliness of Trump. You know what I'm saying? It's the silliness of Nero 47, Nero 47, Nero T. Everybody seemed to be focused on this clown. But I always say, man, if you could watch, if you could see it on TV, man, all these people are actors. They're all entertainers, man. You got to put on makeup and go in front of a camera. Your ass is an actor. You're part of the entertainment spectrum. The whole, you know what I'm saying, that wide spectrum that is entertainment. So you have a lot of people that just get caught up in that instead of doing research and trying to read in between the lines of what these people actually be saying. So they don't go to alternative news. They pretty much watch these huge media companies, and you know what I'm saying. Their whole thing is to lie to you and keep you in the shadows, keep you blinded from what the truth is. And just a lot of people don't get it, man. So like, I've overheard a few people, speaking on it. Their whole thing is Democrats, Republicans, Trump, this, that, third. A lot of people will say he's not a Christian. All sorts of weird shit. All sorts of weird things come out of people's mouths, and it's not focused on the facts. It's not focused on what's actually going on. Is that they're looking to push forth this digital system, and the infrastructure is already in place. It's been in place for a little while, you know, but you gotta gradually bring the people into it. You just can't throw it on them. You got a lot of people that do see it, you know, but are they grounded in the scriptures? You know, do they know who the Most High is? Do they know His name and His only begotten Son? Now, a lot of people, they know a pagan. You know, they know that pagan that Esau has given to the world, but they don't know the true living power, and His name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, His name is Yahweh Shai. And you see a lot of people they just they fall for all the foolishness. This is Psalms 27, verse 2. When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fall. They stumbled and fell. Verse 3. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, and this will I be confident. So as we move closer and closer to this digital age and their implementing of the CBDC, then after that, some planned catastrophe is gonna happen where, they're gonna say that it's like a security issue, security breach. It might even be healthcare healthcare records being exposed. Something is gonna happen where they're gonna want to go forth with with the digital ID, and it possibly can come as a wearable, but ultimately it's going to end up being the MOTB, which in the Greek is charagma, which is something that's branded on you, implanted in you. It's a physical thing. It's a physical mark. The same way they brand their cattle or tag their cattle, it's going to be a physical mark that's on you. It's going to be within you, rather. So this is what they're pushing for. And then you can't be afraid of the wicked, man. You got to know who your enemies are. And even though they're going to try to, devour you with this digital system, claim you as their, you know what I'm saying, as their property, and there's no turning back from that, man. That's like the ultimate sign of being submitted to the beast system and being their property. But if you stay grounded in the scriptures and the Lord put that protective shield around you, man, and you don't take that thing, you shouldn't have no fear, man. You can't fear what your enemies is going to do to you, man. You got to have confidence in that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah will protect you and guide you. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. His elect will be saved out of that. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah's elect, his elect remnant, his 1/3 will be saved out of Jacob's trouble. And we're fastly approaching it. We're already in it. But we gotta, you know what I'm saying? But as we get closer and closer to them implementing their digital system on a mandated basis, you know what I'm saying, on a mandated scale, where they're gonna mandate you to get it, and there's no other alternatives or options, you're gonna need the protection of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, because you're gonna be xed out of society, man. You're gonna be pushed to the side. You're not gonna be able to participate in their commerce. You're not gonna be able to participate in the day-to-day things, man. Like you're gonna be pushed to the side. You're gonna be xed out of this society. But through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, we don't have nothing to worry about, man. Once you come into this thing, man, once you come into the truth and knowledge and wisdom and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and what is expected of you, there's nothing they can do to you. Like only this carnal world, man, they can, but they can't do nothing to you, man. Like if you got that protective shield of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he gonna protect you throughout, throughout this whole thing, and guide you through this whole process of the world being corrupted, man, in its ultimate fashion. He's gonna guide you through all that. This is Matthew's 24, verse 6 and 7. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall arise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. We're witnessing that now. You know what I'm saying? We're witnessing the earthquakes in diverse places. So far, if you go to the website USGS, it tracks the different earthquakes that's round about the world, and we're at an all-time high. So far, the ones that they can actually calculate, I believe, is over 20,000. If I remember correctly, it's over 20,000 earthquakes that's happened this year. But they they suspect that it was over 200,000 that has happened in the course of this year, and we still have another month to go, another few weeks to go in this month. And there was just one the other day. I can't remember where it's at. Where, you know what I'm saying? Where it was at, but it was just one the other day. Pestilences. Come on, man. This place is full of man-made diseases on top of natural things that's going on. Your STDs and STIs are at a higher rate, especially in the South, Georgia in particular. Just these things are picking up pace, especially where you have all these rainbow people at, man. The STI and STDs, those rates are skyrocketing, man. Then on top of that, they play with different flu strands and things of that nature, and then release it on the public. You got that new tick out there that's inf- um, infecting beef. A dude died from, I believe it was an Edomite. He died from a damn hamburger. So and they're planning a big another pandemic. You know, so we're witnessing pestilence. We're watching the earthquakes in diverse places. There's wars and rumors of wars all over the place. When I looked into chat, you got several wars or conflicts that the U.S. is dealing with or about to involve themselves in. It is all to make money because that's how these small hats move. You know what I'm saying? When you look at how the Rothschilds came into play, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a thing, man. Manipulating markets, creating central banks, and sponsoring both sides of wars. Because it really doesn't matter who win. At the end of the day, they win. You know, loan you money at high interest rates. So these dudes, you know what I'm saying? These people are wicked as hell, man. And they're looking to put their clutches into all the people, man, across the globe. They want to claim everybody as their property. So right now you have that conflict out there with Russia and UK with where the US is providing weaponry for Ukraine. You got the Houthi US and the, you know what I'm saying, versus the Houthi military out there in Yemen. You got the US, they they're coming at they going at Somalia. They got their fingers in the civil war out there in Syria, and it's all claimed. You know what I'm saying? Like they are the world protector, or they're that mediator between all these different countries. Man, there's only one mediator, man, and that's Yahweh Shai. You know, so these dudes are just wicked, man. They got their fingers in everything, and it's all to make a buck. And at the end of the day, to reduce the population to about what 500 million. You got over 8 billion people on the planet. Now they want to reduce it down to about 500 million. You know, those that they can totally control. or try to control. And if you know what I'm saying, if you happen to be part of that quote unquote number and you can't be controlled, they're just gonna X you out and then pretty much do away with you. You got you got them they got a proxy war going on with between that Iran and Israel. Uh, it's like the U.S. is all they got their fingers in all sorts of mayhem, man, all across the globe, man. You know what I'm saying? They even got their fingers in in what's going on between Taiwan and China. You know what I mean? Like, and then you already see how this is gonna play out, man. The prophecy said, man, all those nations are gonna turn their backs on the U.S., man, and they're gonna start launching them. They're gonna start launching their nukes right here, dude. And this is exactly why. You know what I'm saying? Lord, you know what I'm saying? The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. He wrote the perfect script, man. He wrote the perfect the perfect manuscript. He wrote the perfect movie, man. And you watching it play out, man, in real time. So you basically just you looking at the end of Babylon, man. We're watching the end of Babylon. Like I said in one of my previous videos, man, it's a beautiful thing to watch, man. To watch his, you know what I'm saying, to watch the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah work. Watch him get busy, man. It's magnificent to watch. This is Psalms 112. I'm gonna read 7 and 8. He shall not be afraid of evil tidings. His heart is fixed, trusting in Yahweh. His heart is established. He shall not be afraid until he see his desire upon his enemies. Yo, you can't be afraid, man. You gotta trust and believe and have faith that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is gonna protect you and do what he's gonna do what he said he's gonna do, because the Lord's word is immutable. So he can't change. He's not a liar. So he's gonna do what he says. So basically, we just have to play our roles, keep delivering the word, keep studying to show thyself approved, being watchmen, you know, and bringing out all the atrocities that the heathen do. You know, bring them up on charges before Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and do what we do what's expected of us from the Most High Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and just and just wait it out, man. Let prophecy play itself out. You know, keep throwing up those prayers on the downfall of this place, and just watch time keep speeding up. And you know what I'm saying, and the desired outcome is gonna happen, man. Whether you get delivered on this side or have to be born again in the kingdom, man, Israel will be redeemed. You know, Israel will be redeemed. We are Israel is the apple of his eye. We are the apple of his eye. Even though a lot of our people are wicked as shit, and they're gonna have to be purified here through fire. But they'll be born through the elect remnant, that 1/3. They'll be born again through them in the kingdom. That's that everlasting mercy of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. That's what pretty much what he that's part of that promise he made to our forefathers. This is Isaiah 29:16 in the G&T. They turn everything upside down. Which is more important, the potter or the clay? Can something you have made say, you didn't make me? Or can it say, you don't know what you're doing? And that's exactly how Esau moves out here, man. He turns his turn of everything is upside down. Everything is backwards. It's like Bizarro World dealing with Esau Edom. He'll try to hide and lie, and scheme his way from being able from having to tell the truth, who the true biblical Israelites are. He changed all the names of the places, the people in the Bible. Some kept their biblical names, but the majority of the scriptures he tried to perverse. He threw a pagan in there. You know, the book is written in Hebrew. He got it in his whack ass English. So now you got all these weirdos talking about all, what I'm saying, not going into the words, so they don't know what a lot of these words mean in Hebrew or in the Greek. They don't even, you could even go as far as studying Latin to get a different perspective on the scriptures. But English, man, English is a bullshit language, man. And Esau hates Esau, man. It's funny, man. When Esau hates Esau, it's a funny thing to watch, man. Because you got the wicked ass small hats out there in our land, the imposters. They call Edomites over here the Goyim, when all of them are the Goyim. When we're all Edomites are the Goyim. You're not the true children of the Israel. You're not the true children of the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You're imposters, man. But they run everything backwards, man. Everything is backwards, man. They got a 9-candle menorah. They hold their Sabbath on Fridays and Saturdays instead of according to the new moon. They got all these pagan ass holidays. Everything, you know, coming from Esau Edom is backwards, man. It's upside down. It's twisted all around. He is truly like that bizarro Superman. He do everything backwards. He is the true caveman. He is the true wild man. He is the wild man. So he don't want nobody to know that. He don't want nobody to know that he done crept out of them caves. That you know he the one that gave up his blessing for some half done porridge, pottage, half done, half cooked food. But these are who these people are, and their whole thing is to corrupt everybody else on the planet, man. Especially, you know, the Israelites. Their whole their main goal is to pretty much try to destroy us. If not destroy us, claim us as their property. But this is our last captivity, man, and the Lord going to tear this place up. It's just being patient, just patiently waiting and doing and doing what the Lord say do. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God? I read it again. 2 Thessalonians 2:4. Who opposeth and exalts himself above all that is called power, or that is worship, so that he as power sitteth in the throne of power, showing himself that he is power. Man, listen. This is one of the wickedest people on this is the wickedest group of people on the planet. In order to have that, even to even think of yourself like that, you would, you know what I'm saying? You a devil, man. You a demon. You a monster. To think of yourself as, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, or thinking yourself as the Allahayim, you know, you a wicked motherfucker. And you deserve, you know what I'm saying, you deserve to be taken off of here, man. You deserve that beat down, man. You deserve whatever you gonna get, man. And what you gonna get, it ain't gonna be whatever you get. What you gonna get, you gonna get a beat down, right? Then your ass gonna be dragged into captivity. And you gonna work your fingers to the damn bone. You know. Give unto him double, you know. So you gonna get back double for all the things, all the atrocities, all the wickedness you've done on this planet, destroying the natural things of this planet, destroying the people, you know, trying to destroy the Israelites, the true descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So it's like you're gonna get it, man. You're gonna get it back. You're gonna reap everything that you sowed. And then after you finish working your damn fingers to the bone, after 1,000 years of that, you're gonna be taken off of here, man. You're gonna be wiped out. You finito. You're gonna be finished. You're gonna be thrown into that pit, man. And it ain't hell. There ain't no such thing as hell. Your weak ass doctrines. You'll be thrown into the pit, man. You could be burnt like garbage. You know what I'm saying? The same way that you see, like you take garbage and dead things to a landfill and you burn it up. That's exactly how your ass gonna get burnt up, man. And then the world gonna be rid of you, man. And all the heathen nations gonna see that. So they ain't gonna have they ain't gonna have no choice but to fall in line. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be living under a righteous rulership, a righteous government, living by the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has put down for his people. It's over for Esau, Edom. This is Jeremiah 51 and 46. And lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year, shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler. And that's where we headed, man. That's where we at, man. We in those days. We in that time. And the uncertainty has people that on edge, man. The uncertainty of what's next. Or you know what I'm saying, what quote unquote what Nero is gonna do. You know what I'm saying, what them tiny tops are gonna do is the uncertainty of what Putin gonna do, the uncertainty of what Kim Jong-un gonna do. Is this uncertainty of all these different rulers, all these different wicked heathen nations, what they're gonna do. But they're only gonna do what the Most High put on them to do. They gonna, you know what I'm saying, whatever spirit the Most High put on them, that's what they're gonna do. They have no choice. They have no say in the matter. So you can't be out. You can't have fear out here. you just gotta walk. You gotta walk in faith. You know, the scriptures have to be your grounding. Be grounded in the scriptures. Your foundation is the scriptures, with an understanding of the scriptures, not like these wacky tacky churches and all these weirdos running around here with all these fucking weird ass doctrines. But the true doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and the understanding you build your foundation on stability, you'll be all right out here, man. You don't have to. We don't have to fear none of this. He's telling you not to fear none of this, because it's gonna happen. But you just can't be afraid. Proverbs 3:25. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. 26. For Yahweh, for the Lord Yahweh shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. You just gotta have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You gotta be grounded in the Most High. You gotta be grounded in His Word. You gotta be grounded in His law, statute, and commandments. Even though we're not perfected by the Word, we're not perfected by the law, statute, and commandments. Because if you go off on one, you basically went off on all of them. So the whole thing is to rehearse the righteous acts while we're here. Striving for perfection, but you're not going to achieve that in this wicked society that's ruled by Esau, Edom, being in Babylon the Great, which is America, that's set for destruction, total annihilation. You're not going to be perfect here, but the whole thing is to have confidence in the Most High, have faith in the Most High, that He's going to see you through it. This is John 14:1. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in power. Believe also in me. So that's Yahweh Shai speaking, man. You got to have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You got to have faith in Yahweh Shai that He's going to come back and rectify this place. He's going to rectify this situation by destroying this place. This is verse 27. This is John 14, verse 27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. So we just got to have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, knowing the true name of the Most High and His only begotten Son, and knowing and understanding and reciprocating His true doctrine. And just watching this thing play out. Hope this was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rikahakradash, Abad Babal.